This segment brought to you by Kansas Farm Bureau, the voice of agriculture. To join today or for more information, go to kfb.org or find us on Facebook and Twitter.
I wanted to comment real quick. If you hear people in the background, that's because there's stuff going on. You know, this is I live in the real world, people. So there's stuff going on back here. Conversations, Rod and Dawn and Dr. Jake and their son David in the kitchen. And Dawn's cooking, which is really, really, really good. So Michelle and I were talking about what we love to talk about. And she wants to talk about Girard today. So, good morning, Michelle. You are looking especially sparkly this morning.
Southeast Kansas has one of the most fascinating and diverse histories in the state. Today, let's learn more about Girard and its little blue books.
In the early 20th century, Southeast Kansas welcomed immigrants from Europe to towns like Arma, Frontenac, and Franklin to work in the coal mines. They brought with them a cornucopia of political views. Girard, with its residential streets and bustling downtown, became a hotbed of socialism in the early 1900s. Julius Waylon founded the Appeal to Reason, a socialist newspaper in Girard. The paper appealed to the political sensibilities of the working classes that called Southeast Kansas their home. In 1915, Emanuel Julius arrived in Girard and became the editor of the Appeal. Soon after his arrival, he met Marcet Haldeman, and the couple married in 1916. By 1919, the pair decided to buy The Appeal. The Appeal was a vehicle for their views on pacifism, equal rights for women, equitable pay, and workers' rights. Writers such as Upton Sinclair, Jane Addams, Margaret Sanger, Clarence Darrow, Kate Richards O'Hare, and Will Duran all published in The Appeal. Eventually, Emanuel and Marcet branched out and began publishing the Little Blue Books that reprinted literary classics, essays on social issues, and translations of foreign literature. For 5 cents, you could own the works of Thoreau, Emerson, Shakespeare, Balzac, or Thomas Paine. With sales averaging 2,500 to 4,000 books a day, the Haldeman Julius Publishing Company employed local men and women to print, pack, and ship the books. Every day, Mady Antonetti, an immigrant from Belgium who married an Italian coal miner, took a streetcar from Franklin to Girard, where she worked in the packing department at Haldeman Julius. The company provided a safe place for its employees like Mady to work. During the 1930s, famed Western author Louis L'Amour rode the rails as a hobo, where he met his first Little Blue Book. Riding a freight train out of El Paso, I had my first contact with the Little Blue Books. Another hobo was reading one, and when he finished, he gave it to me. The Little Blue Books were a godsend to wandering men and no doubt to many others. Often in the years following, I carried 10 or 15 of them in my pockets, reading when I could. From 1919 to 1951, over 500 million Little Blue Books were sold, featuring over 6,000 individual titles. Emanuel and Marcet made it their mission to put information in the hands of the people. The Little Blue Books were powerful vehicles to educate, motivate, and inspire people to action. And just to think, it all started in Girard.
I hope you enjoyed today's story. I want to give a special thanks to my good friend Carrie West for sharing her grandmother Mady Antonetti's story with us. And I hope you'll join me next time for another historical adventure somewhere around Kansas.
I love spending time with you, best of all. I'm Deb Goodrich, and I'll see you somewhere around Kansas.
Closed captioning brought to you by Ag Promo Source. Together we grow. Learn more at agpromosource.com. Watch Ag AM in Kansas online at agamandkansas.com.